Okay, here's a little project build I've been wanting to do for a while. This is an old trencher. It had a 12-foot trencher on the back of it. And it belonged to a local construction company, but it'd been sitting in the weeds in the edge of their parking lot for about 7 years. So I figured it had a bad motor in it for it to sit that long. And I went by one day and they had it drug out of the weeds and sitting beside a big scrap metal pile. So I stopped and asked them what they was going to do with it, and they said they was going to cut it up for scrap metal. But like I said, I thought it had a bad motor in it for it to sit there like that, but it turns out it's got a brand new engine in it. But the gear drive on the back that turned the trencher was stripped out, and they said it was going to cost $17,000 to replace that gearbox. So they said it wasn't worth it to do it, so they bought a new one. And they was going to scrap this one out. So I bought it off of them, and I've been thinking about it for a while about what I could do with it. So I built this dump bed on the back of it, and I built the tailgate so it automatically opens when you raise the bed. It works really good. But what I'm wanting to do is take this pusher blade off the front of it, because it's pretty much useless. The only thing it's any good for is if you're filling a ditch after it's been trenched, because the blade will turn either side, right or left, about 3 feet out past the tires. So that's the only thing it's any good for. It ain't no good for any heavy pushing. So I'm going to take this off and use it for something else later on. I thought about putting a mount on it and putting it on, making a mount for my skid steer to make a dozer blade for it. But anyway, this is my project. I'm going to start it up and I'll show you what the dump bed does on it.
Oh, come on a little bit. I'll take that one.
You gotta have both of them. Here. Nope, you're going the wrong way.
Might loosen it up.
Yeah.
Wait, is that recording?
Here. Take that off. Going the wrong way.
This way? This way?
Yep. There you go. Ooh.
You. What is that?
It's hydraulic fluid. Just let it drain down.
Which one is it? This one? I'll do more. I'll let you record it. Except when I take it out. It's at 23 minutes.
Yeah, go on.
What happened to that one?
I don't know. I don't want to come loose.
I'm gonna watch you on the camera.
You are. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, that one is stuck.
What?
That one's stuck.
Yeah, I couldn't get it out. Yeah, just like that one.
Not that one.
There we go. No, it's not. Yeah, it's stuck too. This is stuck again. It's stuck.
No, you're turning it the wrong way again.
Oh. I thought you said turn it that way.
It's a different side. It's got red hydraulic fluid in it.
Yeah, turn it. Okay.
Yep.
Just kidding. There we go. You're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Look my hands.
Yeah.
I get it. And the blade's off. Right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Right?
Well, we finally got the hydraulic lines off of it. I don't think it's going to be hard to get off because the only thing holds it on there is these brackets. It has a bolt goes through it, and then the outer frame here for the whole blade assembly just slides up over the frame. So it should be pretty easy to get off, other than the fact that these hydraulic lines are dry rotted really bad, and they're so stiff I can't even move them. And I don't want to break them off because then I'd have to, you know, trace them all the way back to the valve body and plug them off, and that'd be a pain in the butt. So I'm going to try to use the skid steer and pick up on it and move it out a little at a time and try to fish those lines back through there. I guess I'll have to see how it works. Well, I finally got the blade off of it, and the hardest part about it, like I thought it was going to be, was those hoses. But I wiggled out a little at a time and fished them back through. And my grandson Caden wanted me to mention that I got hydraulic fluid all over the gravel. Made a mess. But it's going to be really good since I got this thing off now, because it shortened the whole thing for about 5 feet. And it's going to make a lot better for turning in tight spots. And I was wanting to get that off because I'm going to have to use this to haul gravel and dirt back in behind that wall I'm building at the top, because I can't get to it from the bottom with my skid steer. And besides that, this thing will haul 3 to 4 times what my skid steer will in one trip. So that's going to speed up a lot. And I'm going to have to probably put 30 or 40 more tons in behind that wall. I've already went through 100 tons on the whole wall so far. And I'm guessing probably 40 to 50 more ton before I'm finished. And this thing's going to come in real handy for that.